Hey guys, welcome to the View Cryptos channel. Today and yesterday XRP is really crushing it. So the price change for XRP for the last 7 days is 68% and the current price of XRP is above 45 cents. XRP managed to hit 50 cents and now it is a little bit over 45 cents. So really great news, and also stellar XLM. So the price change for XLM is a little bit over 28%, and the current price of XLM is over 10 cents. And yesterday, actually, the price of XLM was over 11 cents. So really great news for XRP and XLM. Really great price increase. And if you forgot or if you don't know about the Flare airdrop, how is the distribution of the Flare airdrop apportioned? Right now there are about 45 billion XRP tokens that are distributed to non-Ripple Labs holders. These are distributed across holders who self-custody and those that keep their XRP at an exchange or other provider. First, a snapshot will be taken of all XRP ledger addresses and at a specific ledger index number. So, in my opinion, this airdrop is helping XRP to rise in price at the moment. And when is the snapshot date? The first validated XRP ledger with a timestamp greater than or equal to midnight GMT on 12th of December 2020. So many XRP holders are waiting for this date and they're preparing for the snapshot in order to get more Flare tokens. So this is great news. And let's take a look at the supporting exchanges for the Flare airdrop: Altcoin Trader, Anchor USD, BitBay, BitBNS, BitHump, BitTrue, Bitcoin Markets, Celsius, CoinFuel, CoinSpot, eToro, eToroX, Bubblegate, GateHub, GoPax, Corbit, NDAX, Nexo, Probit, Tokens, uHodler, Uphold, and ZB.com. Okay. So many people are asking about Coinbase, if Coinbase is going to support the Flare airdrop. Actually, no news from Coinbase up to this moment. I think many people are waiting for an answer, but for now they are silent. And let's talk a bit about the Stellar network. Tomorrow there is going to be this vote to upgrade the Stellar network to Protocol 15, which is going to introduce 4 new features. So it turns out we are skipping the public network upgrade to Protocol 14. Instead, we are going straight to Protocol 15 and rescheduling the vote to upgrade the public network to 23rd of November 2020. So this was from September actually. What are the 4 features that Protocol 15 is going to introduce to the Stellar network? So these are Feebum Transactions, Sponsored Reserves, Claimable Balance, and Control Access to an Asset. So let's start with Feebum Transactions. A Feebum transaction enables any account to pay the fee for an existing transaction without the need to resign the existing transaction or manage sequence numbers. They're useful if you need to increase the fee on a pre-signed transaction or if you want to build a service that covers user fees. So this is very interesting and very helpful feature because you can build an application on top of the Stellar network, and you can build it in a way that the user don't have to know about the Stellar network and how to create account and how to use accounts on the Stellar network. So you can just cover the fees for your user accounts, and they can actually complete different transactions on the Stellar network depending on what your application is about and what your application is doing. And this can be used in combination with actually sponsored reserves. How? Well, I'm going to explain you now. Protocol 14 introduces operations that allow an account to pay the base reserves for another account. This is done by using the begin sponsoring future reserves and end sponsoring future reserves operations. The sponsoring account establishes the is sponsoring future reserves for relationship, and the sponsored account terminates it. While this relationship exists, reserve requirements that would normally accumulate on the sponsored account will now accumulate on the sponsoring account. Both operations must appear in a single transaction, which guarantees that both the sponsoring and sponsored accounts agree to every sponsorship. And what can be sponsored? Anything that increases the minimum balance can be sponsored. Accounts, offers, trust lines, account data, and signers. So basically you can use the Feebum Transactions feature in a combination with the sponsored reserves feature in order to create an application built on top of the Stellar network, and your users don't have to know anything about the Stellar network and how to use XLM and custom tokens, let's say. So you can sponsor actually the creation of an account, and this account will have 0 XLM and it will be an active account, because you know that at the moment, in order to activate an account, you have to pay at least 1 XLM. This account, in order to be active, it has to have a minimum of 1 XLM. So with this new feature, you can just sponsor the creation and activation of a new XLM account, new Stellar account, using sponsored reserves operation. So this is very interesting, and if you have an application that is using the Stellar network, your users don't have to have actually any XLM or understanding of how the Stellar network is working. You can create your custom token, let's say, for example, and you can use some kind of master account that is sponsoring the creation of user accounts and that is paying for the transaction fees of your user accounts. And this is one very interesting use case, in my opinion. I tested these new features on the Stellar testnet. They're working perfectly. It's really very nice. They're working very nice. And the third feature is Claimable Balance. Claimable balances can be used to split up a payment into two parts, which allows the sending to only depend on the sending account and the receipt to only depend on the receiving account. An account can initiate the send by creating a claimable balance entry with create claimable balance, and then that entry can be claimed by the claimants specified on the claimable balance entry at a later time with claim claimable balance. So this is also a very helpful feature. And the fourth feature is control access to an asset. When you issue an asset on Stellar, anyone can hold it by default. In general, that's a good thing. Easy access means better reach and better liquidity, and most of the time issuers with KYC requirements can handle those when an asset moves onto or off of the network. However, if you need to control access to an asset to comply with regulations or for any other reason, you can easily do so by enabling flags on your issuing account. Flags are created on the account level using a set options operation. They can be set at any time in the life cycle of an asset not just when you issue it. So authorization required. When authorization required is enabled, an issuer must approve an account before that account can hold its asset. This setting allows issuers to vet potential token holders using whatever means they see fit and to approve trust lines if and only if the holders pass muster. To allow access, the user creates a trust line and the issuer approves it by changing the authorized flag with the allow trust operation. So this new feature gives, as you see, greater control over custom tokens, custom assets. All in all, great developments related to the Stellar network. Okay guys, thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe and share. Be safe and see you next time.